This lesson is about homographs. I'm going to write a word and tell you a little bit about this word. And the word is bow. After I do a beautiful performance in front of an audience, I like to take a bow. Here's another word. This one says bow. When I play my violin, I need a bow. So bow and bow. They look the same. They don't sound the same. And they don't mean the same thing. Here's another word. This says wind. You know how the wind blows and it blows my clothes and it blows my hair? That's wind. But sometimes when my watch is running slowly, I realize I need to wind it. Wind and wind. They look the same, but they don't sound the same, and they don't mean the same thing. A female pig is called a sow. That's the word sow. When I work in my garden and I plant seeds, I sow the seeds. Sow, sow. They look the same, they don't sound the same, and they don't mean the same thing. These are examples of words called homographs. A homograph comes from the Greek word homographein, which means to write the same. Homographs are words that are written the same way, bow and bow. We spell them the same, we write them the same way, but they don't mean the same thing and they don't sound the same way. Wind and wind are homographs. They look the same, but they do not mean the same or sound the same. Sow and sow are homographs. This is a lesson on homophones, homonyms, and homographs. I'm going to start with homophones. Here are two pictures. This one we can label with the word hair, like the hair on your head. And this one is a picture of an animal, and this animal is called a hare. Hair and hair. They sound the same. This is a picture of a cent, a penny. It's 1 cent. Cent. And this picture represents perfume, which has a scent, a smell. Scent, scent. This picture is of a flower. And this picture is of flour, like the flour we use for baking. So let's look at these words. Hair and hair. They sound the same. Do they look the same? No, they're spelled differently. Do they mean the same thing? No, they mean different things. Scent and scent. Do they sound the same? Yes. Do they mean the same? No. Do they look the same? No. Flower and flower. Do the words sound the same? Yes. Do they mean the same things? No. Do they look the same? Are they spelled the same? No. These are examples of homophones. Homophones are words that sound the same but mean different things and are spelled differently. The word homophone comes from a Greek word, homos, phone, and that word means same sound. Homos, same, phone, sound. Homophones are words that have the same sound but mean different things and are spelled differently. Let's look at these two pictures and name what they show us. This is a baby cow. It's called a calf. And this is a picture of the part of a leg, a person's leg, and that part of the leg is called a calf. Calf, calf. Those two words sound the same, they look the same, but they don't mean the same thing. This is a baby cow. This is a part of the lower leg called the calf. Here's two more pictures. What's this boy wearing? He's wearing a cape. And do you remember when you studied landforms? One of the landforms you learned about was called a cape. Cape and cape. Look at the words. They sound the same, they look the same, but they don't mean the same thing. These are examples of words that we call homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same, look the same, but don't mean the same thing. They come from the Greek word homosonyma, which means same, homo, nema, name, same name. Homonyms have the same name, but they mean different things.